Hey guys, it's Nat. So today we're going to be doing this look right here. And then the main palette that we're going to be using for this look today is actually the new Itsjudytime palette. So this palette is super pretty. I've already used it, well now twice, but the colors are just gorgeous and they work super well, so I'm very happy with it so far. So today we're going to be using, some of these right here on the purple right there, and just to create this kind of goldy, bronzy, purple type look. So I hope you guys like it, and on with the tutorial. So first off, you want to start with an eyeshadow primer, so I've already applied that, and then next step is we're going to be using a base for our eyeshadow. So if you guys don't know the difference between eyeshadow bases or eyeshadow primers, I actually have two videos that I tell you the difference, because I know that can be a little bit confusing, especially if you're first starting to wear makeup. But we're going to be using the base, so this is the NYX Jumbo Pencil and Yogurt. I'm going to be putting it all over the lid and a tiny bit in the crease. Mainly focus on the lid to make sure that you get it everywhere. Alright, and then taking my ring finger, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of dab on the edges right there to blend it out and soften it up. Alright, so first of all, like I said, we're going to be using the Itsjudytime palette for pretty much all the shadows today. I'm kind of making this up as I go along, so see how it turns out. But the first color we're going to be taking is a matte color. So this palette is wonderful because it has lots of mattes, and I tried it yesterday and they all worked pretty well. But the first color we're going to be taking is this one right here. So this is kind of a matte reddish brown, and we're going to be applying that just above the crease. So go ahead and take any crease brush that you have, and yeah, go for it. So first I'm going to be patting down that color, like I said, right above the crease in that area, and then just kind of blend it out. Okay, and the blending doesn't need to be perfect because we're actually going to go back in with another color and really blend it out and make it really soft. Alright, so next, still taking that same brush that you have, we're going to be taking this lighter color right here. So this is still in that top row, but this is a light kind of matte tan color. And this color is absolutely great for using as a transition color. Like, it's the perfect thing ever. So I'm going to take a little bit of that on the brush. You don't need to take a whole lot. And then right on the edges of that reddish brown color, lightly just kind of go over it, and I'm kind of doing like back and forth soft little motions. So just to place down that color, and then after you do this, just kind of go over it. Do you see how that softens it up? So easy. Alright, next you want to go ahead and take some type of flat eyeshadow brush, and now we're going to be adding the highlight. So now we're going to be taking this very light color. This is just a matte cream color. It's kind of like that Wet n Wild Brulee single that I used to use all the time, and now mine is kind of done. But you just need a little bit of this. These are all pretty pigmented, and then pat it directly under your eyebrow to get that highlight. And I'm not bringing it too far down, just right under. And then you can lightly drag it and just kind of pat it to blend it together with that other color. Alright, so like I said, I'm kind of making this up as I go. So I think the color we're going to try next is actually going to be this darker color that's in here. So this color, I've been hearing a lot of people have been saying that it comes off more black. I haven't tried it yet, so we're going to see. So it's this dark color, not quite a cranberry, like looks deeper than that, and it has little specks. So I'm just going to be taking a little bit of it and patting it just inside the crease with a brush, and then taking a tiny bit more and pat it right down in that area, and then lightly blend it together with that kind of reddish brown that you had. And we're not bringing it too high, we're keeping it just in this area right here, but you just want to make sure that it gradually goes into that color. Alright, next I'm going to be taking a flat eyeshadow brush again, and now I'm going to be getting this bronze color that is absolutely beautiful. I think this is one of my favorite colors in this palette. Like, when you swatch it, it's just like, ah. So we're going to be taking that shadow and putting it not on this part right here where it's covering with that darker color we just applied, but kind of on the rest of the outer half of the lid, and then we're going to be putting another color on the inner half of the lid. So let's go ahead and do that. And like I said, not covering that other color, you're just kind of filling in those empty areas, and make sure you get it on the middle part right here too. Taking that same brush again, now we're going to be taking the purple, the beautiful purple color. So that's this color right here, then place it on the rest of the lid. Alright, and then make sure that you go right here in the middle and just kind of drag that purple over that bronze color a little bit so they nicely blend together. Okay, now we're going to take another color. This color I'm actually going to be applying with my ring finger just because it's, I don't know, it's a little bit more gentle and easier to apply that way rather than with a brush. So we're going to be taking this color right here. It's kind of like a warm gold color and this is also beautiful. So take a little bit of that, just kind of swirl it around in here. And we're going to be dabbing this right in the very center of the lid where those two colors just kind of meet. And then make sure you just blend it out right there on the edges, just patting it. Alright, next I'm going to be adding some liners. So I'm going to be taking this Jordana 12 Hour Made to Last pencil, and this is a brown one in Espresso Last. So just any brown liner that you have. I like this one because it's pretty soft. I mean, can you see how it just glides on? And then you have a little bit of time to just kind of work with it, so I'm going to be smudging out and then it sets. So taking a little tiny brush like this, this is the e.l.f. concealer brush, just going to go along the edges and soften that up. Alright, next I'm going to be taking a little pencil brush like this. So this is the Essence of Beauty one, and we're going to be taking that tan color that we used before as a transition color, and you're going to be applying it right under where that eyeliner is. Now you don't want to blend it together where it is, you're just placing it under it, and then we're going to take another color to soften it up. And then next we're going to be taking that darkish, kind of sparkleish, plumish, I don't know what to call this color, with the same brush, and now you're going to be placing it right on top of that liner. So at this point, you know, you can go ahead and make it as smoky as you want to. I'm just going to be blending it out a little bit. Alright, next, I'm not going to be putting any color in the inner corner, but I'm going to be putting something right here on the outer part of that darker color, because I don't know, that's just how I do it. And so we're going to be taking that gold color again, and you can go ahead and do this with your finger, or I prefer to use like a little tiny brush, and just kind of pat some on one side of it, and then just right on the very edge of that, you're going to pat along it, and then also overlay it a little bit so that it blends. Okay, next part, I'm not going to do this on camera because it takes a little while, but I'm going to be adding some wing liner, also fill in the tight line, and also put on some lashes and mascara, and then I will be right back. Alright, and then I also went ahead and put some foundation on, so I used my Maybelline Dream Smooth Mousse, and the color I use is Classic Ivory. Next I'm going to be applying some blush, so we're going to keep this kind of like more of a pinkish type look for the blush and the lips. So for blush, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. blush in Pink Passion. It's this bright one, but it applies beautifully, and it's matte, and just any blush brush that you have. So I'm going to take a little bit of this on here, and just right above this area, go ahead and blend it out. Alright, and then the last thing is lips. So I want to keep the focus mainly towards the eyes for this look because we have the golds and the purples and just the beautifulness. So for lips, I want to do something a little bit more understated. So for that, I'm going to be using this e.l.f. lipstick, and this is in Classy. So this is just kind of like a muted pink, and it doesn't have any shimmer or anything in it. Alright, so this is the finished look right here, so let me go ahead and back up for you guys. Alright, so that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Like I said, I absolutely love this palette, so I definitely think you guys should check it out. And yeah, it's going to be it for right now. So leave any questions or comments down below, and I will see you all next time.